Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what we got in front of us right now. We may look at this car and say, I don't never recall seeing this car with that name brand. But let me get into more details. What we're looking at right now is a 143 scale 1985 Chevrolet Century SS. Now, what I meant by saying I don't recall ever seeing this car with that Chevrolet name brand is because this is more of a Buick Century. That's how we know this in the North America, especially in I would say in USA and Canada. The thing is that in South America and probably other parts of the world, this car was also known as the Chevrolet Century. I'm thinking it's because Buick, especially like for South America, Buick name brand was not as known as Chevrolet. Chevrolet is more of a worldwide name brand. Back in the 80s, Buick was more into the North American market, probably some other markets around the world. I know nowadays in China, Buick is a big name brand, but I'm not sure back in the 80s. Now, this is named as the South American version, which is like I said before, the Buick I'm sorry, the Chevrolet Century. The SS badge, I'm guessing is the bigger engine. I will definitely let you know that, but I'm not fully sure myself because this model right here, I've never been very fond of it. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't very crazy about them. Even back in the 90s or late 80s, I found them very bland to my choice. And this is not the only one. When Buick came out with the Century, also Oldsmobile came out with the Cutlass, and I think Chevrolet had one called the Chevrolet Celebrity. And they were just very squarish, like the one that you're looking at right now. And also, they had another one called the Pontiac 6000. That was a bit more attractive. The Pontiac 6000, I remember, was a bit more like, I would say, racy looking, but it was still a very square four-door car. This is actually a two-door because it's the SS. The SS is like the the bigger engine one, which is the faster car. I'm trying to remember what engine displacement had for the SS, but I'm gonna explain to you all around for the Buick and the Chevrolet Century. They came out with smaller engines all the way down to the bigger engines because these were considered like the bread and butter car for the American market at least. It came out with a smaller engine, which was 2.2, 2.5, 2.8. Then the 2.8 was already a six cylinder. The 2.2 and the 2.5 were four cylinder. Now the six cylinders were 2.8, 3.0, 3.1, 3.3, 3.8, and a diesel engine of 4.3. They came as automatics. None of them were stick shift. All of them automatics. Because usually American cars, they were not very fond of stick shift. I said in other videos, it's always been automatic all the way till today's standards. But I mean, I guess because such a big, vast lands, you have to drive big distances to go from city to city. So people just wanted to put it in drive and go. Now, looking at the car itself, and I'm going to say more from what I remember with Buick. I love the two-tone color, especially because it's the SS version. It makes it look a bit more meaner look. I love those wheels, even though I do have to say I do not remember seeing those wheels on a Buick. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they look more for like a Pontiac to me. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there were, and I don't remember seeing them. Now, the two-door version of the Chevrolet or the Buick, they were not very common. This car came as a four-door sedan, two-door sedan, which is the one that we're looking at right now, and it came out also as a station wagon. Now, if you think this one is square, if you've never seen a station wagon, that was a box. If you think the Volvo are a square car, wait until you see these cars in a station wagon. It's like a box with four wheels. Very square, quite bland looking car. Bland, I mean a bit boring. Not because they're square, it's just because I've never been very crazy or very fond of them. I've never really I think other cars back in the 80s were a bit more attractive. Remember, back in the 80s, at least for the North American market, we started getting other models. From example, Japan. Japan had the Toyota Camry coming out, which was, even though a bit squarish, it was a bit more attractive. You also had other models like, even the Subaru had the Leon, I think it was called, the GL, that were a bit more attractive to me. And Nissan had the Maxima. It looked a little better looking car. So they had cars that were looking better in the era. So I think it should have been a little bit more attractive. But not for all of them. Like I said before, the Pontiac 6000 was a bit more attractive, a little bit more curvier. The looks not so boxy like, but they're still in the same range. All right, guys, I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back. I made it a little bit shorter this time because I don't want to extend the video so long. But what do you guys think about this car? Do you find them attractive? Do you remember them? Were they ever sold in your country as a Chevrolet or as a Buick or whichever brand? Let me know, please. I would love to hear them. Or you like me, we just own them. I seen them in person, but I'd never own one of these. Or you just have them on a 143 scale. All right, guys, don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. I always appreciate. Don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves more than ever. And goodbye.